Physics is all around us, whether it's driving and accelerating down the street or dropping a pen off the table. Physics can explain the events in our world where matter is in motion in reference to both space and time. In sports, particularly football, physics not only exists, but it can be used to explain different scenarios in a game and give an athlete the advantage. Looking at the kickoff of any football game, we can see how prevalent physics is in the game of football. In the NFL, a kickoff can set the football in motion at over 90 miles an hour. But for our case, we'll simply say that the ball is in motion at 90 miles an hour after it is kicked. Since a football field is measured in yards, not miles, we can see through a simple conversion that 90 miles an hour is 44 yards per second. This means that the football's initial velocity is 44 yards per second. But there are two components to this projectile's motion. First, the football travels in the vertical direction along the y-axis, as well as it travels along the horizontal component on the x-axis. If we say that the football is kicked at an angle of 80 degrees, this means the vertical component is 44 sine of 80 degrees yards per second, and the horizontal component is 44 cosine of 80 degrees yards per second. The football's velocity along the x-axis, or 7.64 yards per second, is moving in a horizontal direction and is not affected by gravity. However, the velocity of the ball along the y-axis is moving in a vertical direction and therefore is going against gravity. As the football travels upward, it is slowed down by gravity at a rate of 32 feet per second, or 10.67 yards per second. Eventually the football reaches its maximum height, and at the split second, the football's velocity is equal to 0, as it changes from traveling upwards to downwards. In order to find out how long it took the football to reach its maximum height, we must analyze the football's velocity in the vertical direction. Using the equation, velocity is equal to acceleration times time plus the initial velocity, we can find the time it takes the football to reach its maximum height. This time is 4.064 seconds, and since the projectile's motion in this case is symmetrical, we can say that since it takes 4.064 seconds to reach half its height, it will take another 4.064 seconds to complete its flight path. If we take the total time of 8.128 seconds and multiply it times the horizontal velocity, we can find how far the football has traveled along the x-axis. The football has traveled 62.09 yards in the horizontal direction. And using this information, we can tell the kick receiver to wait 8.128 seconds after the kickoff on his own 8-yard line in order to get the best advantage possible on running back for a touchdown.